friends, a very good afternoon to all of you and warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gaurav Gupta, most of you would know me, and today we are going to start a new journey. So, one journey has already ended yesterday. One of the biggest examinations is already over. I hope all of you must have enjoyed this day. All of you must have attempted good number of questions, and it was a good day that is over for all of you. So now, friends, it's time to start the preparation for our next examination, and the next examination in line is a SNAP. SNAP examination is on 10th of December. That is the first slot. The second slot is on 18th of December, and the third slot is on 23rd. All right. So we are now going to start our journey towards this next examination. Fine. So welcome all of you. Welcome back once again on YouTube channel. Okay. All right. So Varun, good afternoon. Yes, Ritika, Gauri, Ritik, Prachi, welcome all of you to this next session. Varun, how was my cat? Varun, my cat is not important at all. It's your examination that matters more for me as well as for you and as well as for other people. So you tell me, how was your examination? So you must have shared your reviews with some of the faculty members. Yes, Naveen sir was telling me that you called him and you shared your experience about cat, and most of you have called us. So I also received a call from plenty of students after their examination, and yes, some of you shared your pleasant experiences with us yesterday. So good afternoon, everyone. So friends, welcome back once again. Okay, so now whatever happened yesterday, let us forget that. Your examination was good, your examination was bad, your examination was okay, it doesn't matter at all now, because we'll have to start our preparation for our next examinations, right? So now in near future, you have some of you might be taking MyCat 1 examination. Plenty of you are taking SNAP, IFT, and ZAT examination. So now one chapter is over, and let us begin this new journey. Let us begin this a different set of preparation for different examinations that are yet to come in front of us. Okay, so people are sharing their experiences. Bharat says a slot 1, okay, 17, 10, and 12. So Bharat, I would say that in this case, if you have more than 80% accuracy, then you will end up scoring more than 90 percentile, at least 90 percentile in CAT. So your score can reach up till 95 percentile as well. Uh, Yes, Hardik, this is what I also feel. Slot 3 was the most difficult out of the three slots. So probably after, yes, I'll not say probably, but definitely after normalization, the scores should increase. Yes. Okay, so Bharat, please don't be worried about accuracy. Like I mentioned, that cat is over now, and if we'll keep a hangover of cat in our mind for the next few days, then it will hamper our preparation for the next examinations. Okay, so it's the new beginning for us from today, and we shall start our preparation. I would say that whatever Josh and Junoon that we had before cat, the same kind of energy we need to show for the next examinations. Please don't underestimate these examinations. If I talk about SNAP, fine, the difficulty level of SNAP is at a lower side, but once again, the competition that you will have for SNAP examination will be similar to whatever you have seen yesterday. Yes, in SNAP, if I talk about some good names, some good colleges, you will find SIBM Bangalore, which can, like, आराम से SIBM Bangalore टक्कर दे सकता है कुछ IIMs को. Not talking about the top IIMs, but yes, SIBM Pune and SCMHRD. SIBM Pune and SCMHRD, these are the two wonderful colleges under SNAP examination. Also, our next examination will be IFT, and yes, IFT Delhi and Kolkata campus can easily compete with some of the top IIMs in the country. Similarly, ZAT examination, XLRI will undisputably stand in top 5 colleges of our country. So why not give our 100% to these examinations as well. So on that note, let us start our preparation for SNAP. Now today I'm going to give you some very important information about SNAP. We'll be talking about the trend, we'll be doing the analysis of the previous year, and we'll be making a note of the type of questions that you will see in SNAP examination. All right. So for the next few days, what you have to do is you'll have to bridge the gap between CAT and SNAP. As far as quant is concerned, there is not a huge gap, right? But as far as logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, and verbal ability is concerned, yes, you need to bridge the gap between the CAT examination and the SNAP examination. Because in the last few days, you must not have seen those topics that did not appear in CAT, that were not tested in CAT, but will be tested in SNAP examination. All right. So I'll be keeping a benchmark as the last few year papers of SNAP examination. We'll be reviewing what type of questions were asked in the last few years, and using that, we'll be making a list of topics that we need to study in the next few days. Also, I'll be telling you about like what should be the schedule of your preparation, how you should be planning your mock examinations for the students who are attempting the SNAP examination on 10th of December as well as on 18th of December, right? So I'll be making a proper schedule as well. Also, I'll be helping out in filling up the different colleges in application of different programs which comes under SNAP. All right. Okay, now let me read some of the comments from all of you. Can an EWS candidate get a call at 80% from baby IIMs? Yes, Sham, yes, you have higher probability of getting a call from baby IIMs. We can say that the third generation IIMs, if you get an like a percentile of 80. All right, Shrey, good. 16, 12, 13. Varun, 23, 18, and 15, slot number 1. Varun, wow, that was a wonderful attempt. So, Varun, if you will have an accuracy of 85 to 90%, then you will definitely score more than 95 percentile. You may end up somewhere at 98, 99 as well if your accuracy is good. All right. Okay, are we going to solve questions? No, Jai Suman, today we are not going to solve questions, but today I'm going to give you some very important information. All right. So I want all of you to take out a pen and a paper and note down some very important pointers that you need to take care while your preparation for SNAP, and also when you are going to take the examination. Some very important information. Otherwise, like if you'll not note it down, if you'll not take care of these information, then you will not be allowed to take SNAP examination. It might be possible. I'm not joking about that, because today only I got to know some of the very small things that we need to take care when we are going for SNAP examination. So I'm very serious about this. Very small pointers I'll be telling you, because today I've spent a lot of time on the official website of SNAP Test, snaptest.org. I don't want each and every one of you to waste time. So that is why we are utilizing our time. We are spending our time so that your time is saved and you can spend that time on your preparation. All right. Chaliye, start karte hain. So first of all, we'll talk about the overview of SNAP. So SNAP test 2022 will be conducted in a computer-based, like it will be a computer-based test. So it will not be an adaptive, but it will be a computer-based test. That means the questions will be fixed, the level of difficulty will be fixed, the paper is already prepared, and you just have to take this examination, right? Now, these are the dates on which SNAP examination will be held. So, the dates are 3 dates, like 10th of December, 18th of December, and 23rd of December. And these are the slots for these 3 dates. Now, on 10th of December, there is only one slot. On 18th of December, again, there is only one slot. On 23rd December, there are 2 slots. So yes, this is the latest information that I could get from the official website of SNAP, right? You can take SNAP examination maximum 3 times. So those who are filling it on like for 3 times, so they can take the examination on 10th, 18th, and any one of the slots on 23rd of December. So these are the slots on which the SNAP examination will be taken. All right. Now moving forward very quickly. Now this is very important set of information for all of you. Now ensure that you are carrying these things on the day of the test. Now first point is very, very important. It is clearly mentioned on the website, the color copy of the admit card. You need to take out the color copy of the admit card. Do not take out the black and white or normal printout. Please make sure that you are carrying the color copy of the admit card with a recent passport size color photograph that is pasted in the space which is provided. Okay, so it is clearly mentioned on the official website of Snap that if you will be carrying black and white printout of your admit card, then you will not be allowed to take this examination. So make sure that you take the color printout of your admit card, as well as you paste the recent passport size color photograph, not the black and white photograph, the colored photograph in the space that is provided on the admit card, right? Second thing is a valid government ID proof, photo ID proof. So it can be your Aadhaar card, it can be your PAN card, it can be your driving license, it can be your passport. All right. So any of these things you can carry, which will be a valid government issued photo ID proof, and you need to take it in original. Do not take the Xerox copy, do not take the printout of the scanned copy of these government issued photo IDs. All right. So you need to take it in original. The last thing, for CAT, we did not take the pens with us, but for Snap, you need to take ball pen. So take a simple ball pen, either of black or blue color. Make sure that you are taking only black and blue color. Do not take any other color ball pen. All right. So black or blue simple ball pen should be carried with you. So this is the list of the things that we need to carry on the day of the test. All right. Jayasuman is asking, sir, is there different cutoff in Snap for female non-engineers? All right. So Jayasuman, basically the cutoffs will depend on college to college and program to program. So yes, there are some programs which will give weightage to non-engineering students, and there are some programs which will be giving weightage to female candidates as well, but not all the colleges, not all the programs will be doing that. All right. So if you want to understand, to have a proper knowledge of this particular thing, what you can do is, whichever colleges that you are applying, whichever courses you are applying for, you can look at the selection criteria for those courses as well as colleges. All right. So you can visit the respective websites of the different colleges, and that will give you the detailed information about how much extra weightage will be given to non-engineering or female candidates, right? Fine. So that was the small overview of SNAP examination. SNAP exam day पे क्या करना है? Now let's talk about the pattern of a SNAP examination. ठीक है? So if I talk about the test duration and the pattern, again a few things that we must note down. The test duration is of 1 hour. That means 60 minutes. We know this particular thing. Differentially abled candidates will be getting an extra time of 20 minutes. So if there is any person right now in this session who is differently able, okay, with or without scribe requirements, will be allowed extra 20 minutes for this examination. So that means the duration for such a candidate will be 80 minutes. All right. Now the test will be submitted automatically after 60 minutes. So the entire duration will be of 60 minutes. This paper will not be divided in different sectional time limits. In the way we saw in CAT, 40 minutes ke 3 section the. In this examination, you will have to attempt the entire examination in a total of 60 minutes. So there is no sectional time limit for this examination. All right. Next point is, the medium of the test is English language only for all candidates. So only English language will be there. No Hindi or no regional languages will be there in the examination. Lastly, the test has 60 multiple choice questions which we need to attempt in 60 minutes, and these 60 questions will be divided across the 3 sections that we are going to see in a few moments, right? Now moving further, these are the 3 sections in which all these questions are divided. So general English, I'll not say that this will be the first section because you are allowed to shuffle between the sections. So I'll come to that. Okay. So one of the sections is general English. It will have a total of 15 questions. Every question will carry a weightage of +1. So the total weightage for this particular section, total marks for this section will be 15. Now moving ahead, analytical and logical reasoning will be the other section having a total of 25 questions. Now there is no breakup for analytical and logical reasoning. All right. So total number of questions will be 25 in reasoning section, which will be composed of verbal reasoning as well as non-verbal reasoning, or I'll say quant-based reasoning or critical reasoning or whatever you can call it. But analytical and logical reasoning, yes, both of them are the part of the reasoning section of SNAP examination, having a total of 25 questions in this particular section. There is no further breakup of analytical and logical reasoning. All right. Again, every question will carry 1 mark each, and the total weightage for this section will be 25 marks. After that, we'll have quant, DI, data interpretation, and data sufficiency. Yes, data sufficiency can be a part of this examination. All right. So in this section, there will be a total of 20 questions. Again, a weightage of +1 for every correct answer, and the total weightage of 20 marks for the entire section. So we can say that in total, there will be 60 questions. Every question will have a weightage of 1, and 60 marks will be allocated for the entire test. Okay. Now, people are asking some more questions. How many seats are there in SIBM Pune and SMHRD? सानिध्य, I'm really sorry यार, मतलब मेरे को ये सारी चीजें याद नहीं है because it is for me it is difficult to remember the number of seats for each and every program and each and every college. But this is some information that you can fetch in a matter of less than 30 seconds by visiting the official website of SIBM Pune or SMHRD or any other college that you want to obtain information for. Okay, so Gauri is telling us that 180 seats in SIBM Pune and 270 or 275 seats in SMHRD. Gauri, thank you for giving this information. Okay, all right. Now Gauri is asking how much gap is there between SNAP and GDPI. Okay, so Gauri, SNAP examination is in the month of December, as we all know, and group discussion is not a part of SNAP. I can say that group exercise, then personal interview and VAT. These are the three things that will follow SNAP. All right. And generally these things are carried in the month of February, starting from the month of February. Generally Valentine Day के आसपास शुरू होता है इसका process. So February में start हो जाएगा. February, March, these are the 2 months in which the process will be carried. All right. So in some colleges of SNAP, the process may start from the first week of February as well. Right. Now let's come back to this information that I have for all of you. Okay, so Jasuman has mentioned that Saral sir has already taken a lecture related to the seat distribution, and don't worry, we'll be conducting such things in the future. But frankly telling you guys, एक चीज समझो, the course and the college is one thing that will matter. The number of seats, is it 100 or 120 or 200 or 500? It actually does not matter because we require only one seat. All right. So forget about the number of seats and give your level best for this examination. Okay. Now let's have a look at the data below this table. So SNAP test is an objective test. So there will not be any TETA questions. All the questions will be MCQs. So each question will have 4 options, right? Candidate should choose an appropriate response. So there will be only one correct answer for every question. All right. Now each wrong answer will attract 25% of the negative marks. That means if +1 is given for every correct answer, -1/4 will be taken away for every incorrect answer. All right. There is no deduction of marks for unanswered questions. So if you leave any question unattempted, nothing will be given to you. Nothing will be taken away from you. All right. Candidates may attempt any section in any order. This is one of the most important points for all of you. So you can, in between the examination, you can shuffle between the sections. So if you're doing English section, you can attempt English section for 10 minutes. Then you can move on to reasoning section. You can stay for 20 minutes. Then you can move to quant section, stay there for 15 minutes. And then with the remaining time, you can divide whichever way you want to do that. Okay, so there are no sectional time limits in this examination. All right, so you can toggle between the sections to attempt the questions. So that is one, I believe that is one wonderful thing in SNAP examinations. All right, okay. Karthik is asking, how difficult will it be to crack PI and VAT? Karthik, it totally depends on the competition that you are facing. So yes, for some of the good colleges that are under SNAP, like SIBM Pune, SCMHRD, SIIB Pune, and SIBM Bangalore, I believe these are the top 4 colleges under SNAP. And definitely the process will be rigorous. There will be good amount of competition. So you cannot afford to take this entire process lightly. All right. So you will have to give your level best to perform in SNAP examination as well as the second round, which will include group exercise, personal interview, and VAT. All right. How many RCs can we attempt in SNAP? Nehar, I am coming to that. So if we'll talk about the last year paper, there was no RC passage. Okay, so wait for a few moments. I'll be discussing about the pattern of SNAP over the last few years. Okay, has anyone taken official SNAP mocks? All right, not Karthik. Will I get a call from the colleges I haven't applied for? Obviously not, Gauri. If you have not applied for any of the colleges, you will definitely not get a call from those colleges. I'll also come back to that. Okay, I'll also discuss like which all colleges we need to apply for. So please stay back. Still, we have time to apply to any of the colleges. कॉलेजेस की डेडलाइन अभी खत्म नहीं हुई है, स्नैप की डेडलाइन ओवर हो चुकी है, बट यू स्टिल कैन अप्लाई टू डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम्स इन डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस दैट आर अंडर स्नैप. All right, so you still have time. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Next is, let's start with the analysis of the previous year paper of SNAP. So I'll start with SNAP 2021 General English section. So there were total of 15 questions in this section. 4 questions on fill in the blanks. Grammar, sentence correction, there were 3 questions. Parts of speech, tenses, there were 4 questions. So I can say that these three areas, fill in the blanks, grammar, sentence correction, and parts of speech and tenses, these were heavy in the previous year paper of SNAP for the general English section. There was 1 question on synonyms, idioms and phrases, and proverbs. There was 1 question. Spelling, checking the spelling mistakes, was 1 question. And standard word order on poem, there was 1 question. All right, so there was no RC passage as far as general English section is concerned in the last year SNAP examination. But guys, that doesn't mean that we'll not get RC passages. Yes, if I look back to the previous year papers of SNAP, yes, there used to be RC passages. Okay, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि last year RC नहीं आया तो इस बार भी नहीं आएगा. So you can we still have equal chances of getting RC passages in this year examination. Okay. Yashvir is asking, sir, where can we get previous year SNAP exams? Now, Yashvir, if you want for the last 2-3 years, no, you cannot get the papers of SNAP because SNAP authorities, they don't release the paper after the exam is over. So unlike CAT, SNAP अपना paper release नहीं करता. So if you want actual papers, I'm really sorry, you will not get it. But there may be some websites who will publish the paper unofficially based on the memory. Okay, but please don't rely on those papers because there are lots of websites which will publish them based on the memory, and the paper is not complete. There is some partial information about the questions. So I would suggest not to go with that and just rely on the mock papers of SNAP for any of the institutes that you have joined for. All right. Okay. All right. Now let's move ahead. Varun, you are asking, does BYJU'S mock for SNAP meet the current pattern of SNAP? Now, Varun definitely will be releasing these mock papers as per the current pattern. So general English 15 questions, reasoning 25, and quant 20 questions. Yes, we'll be following the exact pattern of snap. All right, now moving ahead, talking about reasoning. Now these are the areas that you will find in reasoning, and I believe none of these areas, or hardly one or two of these areas, were tested in CAT. So you need to spend good amount of time in covering up these areas. Now talking about analytical reasoning on the left hand side and logical reasoning on the right hand side. So quant based reasoning, there were questions from coding, decoding, blood relations, number series, letter series, syllogisms, input output, linear arrangement, clocks, calendars, odd one out. So we have seen question from each and every area of reasoning that we did not see in CAT, but definitely we have prepared for all these areas during our preparation for CAT. All right. Now, on the right hand side, statement, conclusion, assumption, course of action, cause and effect, miscellaneous critical reasoning questions, paragraph conclusion. So, these were the questions that were asked from the other set of reasoning, or I'll call verbal based reasoning. So, in all, there were 16 questions in quant based reasoning, and 9 questions were there from the verbal based reasoning. Okay. All right. So this is all about reasoning section. So please, like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, take out your pen and paper. All right. And note down some of the areas that you need to prepare for SNAP 2022. All right. So as far as reasoning is concerned, all the areas that are given on the left hand side, nobody could expect these areas to come in CAT. Nobody prepared for these areas for CAT examination. Now you need to spend, like, you can spend 2 to 3 hours on each of these areas and wind up these areas in a matter of 2 or 3 days. That will be more than enough for these topics, right? Now moving to quant section, quant DI and data sufficiency. So this was the bifurcation for the last year. Okay, so definitely we don't need to do anything new as far as quant section is concerned. So areas like arithmetic, algebra, geometry, modern maths, number system, all these areas were tested in SNAP examination. There were questions from data interpretation, progression series, set theory as well. All right, so we already know all these areas because we have prepared for the higher level of difficulty for CAT examination. Now we just need to increase our speed. We just need to focus on our basics. We need to remember each and every formula that is there in any of these topics, and we will be ready for QA section of SNAP. All right. Now, these were the areas that were tested in SNAP 2021 as far as English, reasoning, and quant is concerned, right? Now, if I talk about the level of difficulty of this examination, so there is a huge difference as far as the level of difficulty is concerned. So, till yesterday, we were preparing for a very high level of difficulty, but in SNAP, the level of difficulty is very low. Also, like in CAT, what we used to do is we used to select the questions, right? That was the game of selectivity as far as CAT is concerned. But in SNAP, you will require speed. A lot of speed will be required while solving the questions of SNAP. In SNAP, on an average, you'll be given 1 minute for every question. In this 60 minutes, you need to make sure that you attempt a minimum of 50 questions with an accuracy of more than 80% if you are targeting the top colleges under SNAP. All right. If your aim is the third best or the fourth best college, in that case also you need to attempt a minimum of 40 to 45 questions with a decent accuracy in this examination. Okay. Okay. Now again, some of you are asking, sir, this year the official mock had RC. I attempt. Fine, Varun. So official mock में कुछ भी डाल सकते हैं, but that doesn't mean that uh, every topic that is there in the official mock will also come in the actual paper. Okay. All right. Mock test when will be available for SNAP by BYJU'S student? Shilpa, they are already available, so you can log into your account and you can start taking the mock snaps if you are a BYJU'S student. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now let's talk about Snap 2020. Okay, so what all topics were there, what all areas were there for Snap 2020? So Snap 2020, fill in the blanks again. 3 questions: grammar yes, parts of speech yes. So like I mentioned that these are the 3 areas that you need to prepare well. Okay, synonyms 1 question, idioms and phrases, compounded words, para jumbles and antonyms. So 2020 also did not see RC passages coming up in English section of Snap. All right, so last 2 years से RC passages नहीं आए हैं as far as Snap examination is concerned. Okay, now for reasoning, again the similar areas that we have found in the last year, but circular arrangements and linear arrangements, that was not part of last year's Snap paper. And last year, yes, the questions were there on linear as well as circular arrangements. Okay, so overall, if I'll try to make the list of the topics for reasoning, then I'll start by putting uh, number series and letter series, then coding and decoding, blood relations, direction senses, number series, letter series ये already cover कर लिया मैंने, direction senses हो गया, linear and circular arrangements, clocks, cubes, calendars. So these are all the areas that you must keep in your list while preparing for reasoning section. ठीक है? Then critical reasoning में statement assumptions, conclusions, reasoning, paragraph conclusion. So these were the same areas that we saw in Snap 2021. Okay, so I believe by now you must have prepared a proper list of the areas in English as well as reasoning section. So these are the 2 areas that you need to focus more, as there was more difference between these particular sections as compared to quant section. ठीक है? Sir, for Snap, will we receive the score of the exam on the same day itself? No, Sai will not be receiving the score. The results for the Snap will come on 10th of January. All right. So before 10th of January, you will not receive anything as far as your performance in Snap is concerned. Okay. So 10th of January, you'll be receiving your scores as well as percentiles. And then in the days to come after 10th of January, you will start receiving calls from different colleges based on the applications or based on the forms that you have applied for different courses and different colleges under SNAP. Okay? Sir, what comes under general miscellaneous reasoning? Okay, general miscellaneous reasoning kahan dekha? Fine. So in this case, you will find questions from critical reasoning. Okay, different questions from critical reasoning, like syllogisms डाल सकते हैं, but syllogisms मैंने यहाँ पे mention कर दिया है. So they may include strengthening the argument, weakening the argument, इस type के questions हो सकते हैं. All right. So this is general miscellaneous reasoning. I have not given the proper name for this, but this is kept under general miscellaneous reasoning. Okay. Okay, result of Snap will be out with CAT, right, sir? Varun, for CAT, I believe the date is 8th of January, 8th or 9th of January. Yes, so around the same time, you will be getting the results of this. All right, Gaurav, we will not talk about my CAT examination. My CAT examination was fine. I enjoyed CAT. Okay. For CAT examination, I have practiced question from CAT book. Arithan, do I do for Snap? I can do for Snap exam from that book. Yes, but Shilpa, make sure that you are keeping the level of difficulty low. Don't go as high as the level of difficulty of CAT, ठीक है? Because यहाँ पे level of difficulty बहुत low होता है. And guys, why not do one thing? Why not all of you take one mock examination today or tomorrow? So today evening or tomorrow morning, you can take one Snap mock examination of whichever test series you have joined, and you will get to understand the level of difficulty of Snap after the proper analysis of this examination. Okay? Okay. Now, 2021 and 2020, these were the 2 years in which the pattern of Snap changed. So up till 2019, there was a different pattern of snap and it changed in 2020. The same pattern was followed in 2021 and will be followed in 2022. So what I've done is I've not gone to the different years up till 2018 or 2017. So just as a reference, I have kept the proper analysis, the bifurcation of all the three sections for 2019, though the pattern for 2019 was different. So 2019 तक जो pattern आता था 2020 में change हो गया, and now the same pattern is being followed up till this year. Okay, so 2019 different pattern was there. The number of questions in quant, so the number of questions in general English was 34. Okay, so this year the number of questions in general English is 15. Up till 2019 the number of questions used to be 34. Again, you will find the similar things, but yes, RC passages was used to be a part of general English section. Okay, otherwise you will find the same composition, same type of questions that you see in the last 2 year of snap examination. Okay, so this was the composition of general English section in 2019. So there were antonyms and synonyms. Number of questions, like for synonyms, for vocabulary, it was only one in the last 2 years, but here it is four, just because of the reason that number of question is more than twice. On vocabulary, spellings, odd one out, and word meanings, there were 4 questions. Fill in the blanks, vocabulary based, 4 questions. So heavy on vocabulary, you can see that first 12 questions are based on vocabulary. Then 4 questions on fill in the blanks based on grammar, 2 RC passages, 1 passage of 3 questions and 1 passage of 5 questions, parajumbles, part of speech, sentence correction, voice change, part of figure of speech, and some miscellaneous questions. So this was the entire composition of English section. Now looking at reasoning section, again you will find all the questions that we still find in SNAP examination. Visual reasoning was a part of SNAP 2019. It may also be a part of, you may find 1 or 2 question in this year examination as well. Otherwise, you will find the same type of questions. So mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning sets, blood relations, analogies, direction sensors, coding, decoding, clocks, calendars, series, verbal reasoning, and miscellaneous reasoning questions. So total of 36 questions appeared in SNAP 2019 reasoning section. In quant, there were a total of 40 questions, and you will find the same pattern, same type of questions from arithmetic, algebra, geometry, mensuration, permutation, combination, probability, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, one important thing is we did not see any question on data sufficiency in the last 3 years, but still practice data sufficiency for at least an hour, and you don't need to do anything extra as far as data sufficiency is concerned. So just practice 20, 30 odd questions on data sufficiency to get comfortable with the pattern of the questions. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now finally the college wise target scores, college wise target percentiles for SNAP 2022. Okay, right now I cannot give you the target scores, exact target scores, but I'll definitely give you the range of the scores. Okay, so let's say if anyone is scoring around 40 marks in mock snap exams. Okay, so mock snap का reference ले लेते हैं. So you must be taking mock snap examinations and anybody is scoring around 40 marks. So around 40 means plus minus 2-3 marks chalega. Okay, so in the range of 37 to 43 or maybe above. So those students can apply to SIBM Pune, SCMHRD, SIIB Bangalore, SIIB Pune and SIBM Bangalore. So these are the colleges that I have written in the order of ranking. Okay, so SIBM Pune, the best college, SCMHRD, the next best. Then SIIB and SIBM Bangalore are at par with each other. Then SIBM Hyderabad, SIOM Nasik, SITM Telecom Management for like students who want to pursue their management in telecommunication, and then SIMC. All right, so these are some top names under Snap. So if you are scoring somewhere around 40 marks, so you can afford to fill any of the top colleges. Anybody who is scoring somewhere around 35 marks, so you might skip one of the two top colleges. So in दोनों में से कोई भी एक college fill कर दो, and then you can fill any of the colleges below this. All right. Now, any student who is falling in the range of 30 marks plus minus 1 or 2 marks, so you can again fill any of these two colleges, any one of these two colleges, then any one of these two colleges, and then any of the colleges below this. So why I'm still asking you to fill any of the colleges in the top 1 or 2 colleges, because fine, we are getting a score of 30 marks in mocks, but it may happen that uh, in the actual examination, because of our good luck, we end up scoring somewhere around 40 marks. ऐसा हो सकता है ना कि एग्जामिनेशन डे पे लक थोड़ा सा अच्छा काम कर जाए, क्वेश्चंस जल्दी से सॉल्व हो जाए, एंड वी गेट 40 plus marks. So don't take a risk. Still, you can apply to any of the top colleges. Now, people who don't have any constraint as far as money is concerned, so they can fill any number of colleges. But for the students, like if let's say I have some financial constraint, I don't want to fill all the colleges, because there is no end of the number of colleges that you are going to apply for. ठीक है, so अगर थोड़ा सा constraint है and you want to fill a fixed number of colleges, then in that case you can follow whatever I am telling you. Now, anyone 25 or below, so try not to fill the top few colleges. इनमें से कोई भी एक college fill कर दो and any of the colleges below this. All right. So these are some things, some colleges that you can apply to. Okay. Definitely, we do have reservation in the colleges of Snap. So for the exact information about the reservation, you can visit to the respective websites of the colleges, look at their eligibility criteria, look at their reservation criteria, and you will get good amount of information from there. All right. So this is all about the target colleges, target scores of Snap. So that is all from my side. Sir, does abstract reasoning asked in Snap like it was there in MHCT? So one, I've just covered. So abstract reasoning, that means non-verbal reasoning जो होता है, symbol based reasoning जो होता है. Yes, in 2019 there were 5 questions on that, but in the last 2 years we haven't seen. But that doesn't mean that you'll not find any question on such topics. Okay, so you can spend again 1 hour on abstract reasoning questions, and that will be enough for you. Kamakshi is saying, sir, I have been scoring around 35, 36. Are there any tips for logical reasoning section, as it has a lot of new topics? Yes, Kamakshi. So Kamakshi, I've just covered different topics. So I've just given you the list of different topics that you need to cover. So my understanding says that these areas are not very tough. So what you can do is you can just spend 2 to 3 hours on each of these areas, but make sure that you keep on practicing these areas up till your Snap examination. Okay, just build up the momentum, build up the speed, and you will be able to increase your score up to 42, 43 easily in the next few days. ठीक है, 42, 43 तो तुम्हारा easily आ ही जाएगा. Then anything above that depends on how much hard work you put on. Okay. Moodlings, sir, what is the condition of non-engineering? Moodling, I don't understand your question. Condition of non-engineering student. I've covered about this information in this session only, so you can have a look at it. What should be the attempt out of 60 for a 40 plus? Kamakshi, totally depends on your accuracy percentage, but on an average, like if we are going for 80-85% accuracy, then you must attempt a minimum of 50 plus questions. ठीक है? So 50 plus questions अगर हम attempt करते हैं, generally हमारी accuracy 80-85% अगर आ जाती है, then we'll definitely land up above 40 marks. Okay. Do we have general MBA in SMHRD? Yes, Shrey, in every college, in most of the colleges, you will have general MBA, and later on you will be required to choose your specialization. Okay, so most of the colleges will offer general MBA up till first trimester or up till first semester, first or second trimester, right? And then after that, the combination of core and elective subjects, you need to basically select your specialization. Also, there are some colleges which may offer the dual specialization. So again, it totally depends upon the combination of the core and the elective subjects that you will select for yourself. All right. Okay. How is SIBM Nagpur? Now, a pretty good, good name SIBM, but the Nagpur campus is a very young campus. Okay, so let's not target a college for which we don't have any record. Okay, so just stick yourself to, like, if you want some good colleges, so SIBM Pune definitely the best, and SIBM Bangalore is the next best in the series of SIBM colleges. Okay, Hyderabad, fine, you can also go for SIBM Hyderabad College, all right, but not any other campus. Sir, my cat went bad trying for SNAP and IFT. How to prepare for SNAP? I have exam on 10th. So Sai Surya, I have just explained what you need to do. So your preparations should start from today only. It's 28th of November and still have 11, 12 days before 10th of December. So what you can do is you can start by taking a mock examination for SNAP to understand the level of difficulty of the questions in SNAP. Then make a list of all the topics that I have covered, and spend somewhere around 2 or 3 hours on each of the topics. Make sure that in the next 4 days you are done with all the topics, and then every alternate day you are taking SNAP examination, doing a proper analysis of each and every mock, and then improving from the mistakes, working on the mistakes that you have committed in any of these exams. All right, so this is how each and every one of you must be preparing for this examination. All right, so friends, that is all from my side for the day. I hope that I have covered almost like most amount of relevant information for all of you. In case you have any kind of question, you can post it in the chat box or in the comment section, and I'll answer to your queries. So that is all from my side. Anyone who want to prepare for CAT 2023, so we have already launched a lot of batches. The details of a comprehensive program for CAT 2023 is there on your screen. Also, if anyone has not joined any kind of test series and they want to, so we at BYJU'S Exam Prep, we offer a wonderful test series that includes CAT. So already over ho chuka hai, that also includes non-CAT examinations, and there will be more than 50 non-CAT mock papers, including SNAP, IFT, ZAT, MyCat, Narsi Munji, and so on and so forth. All right. Okay. Yes, Prachi will be definitely having sessions on that as well. My SNAP and IFT dates are clashing, sir. What extra I need to do that I cover my basis for this two exams? Uniques, if the dates are clashing, obviously it's 18th of December. So in case you are unable to catch up with one of the tests, like there is not enough time for you to travel between the two different centers, then obviously give the priority to IFT examination, and you can take SNAP examination on some other date as well. All right, because there are 3 slots for SNAP. All right, friends, so that's all from my side. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. Do stay tuned to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, because we will be getting a lot of sessions for all of you when it comes to SNAP and IFT preparation. So yes, there will be a lot of content sessions on both these examinations starting today only. All the very best.